Buying a house is a major financial decision and one of the biggest purchases you'll ever make. But it can also be an exciting and rewarding experience. In this video, I'll guide you through the process of buying a house and give you tips on how to make it as smooth and stress-free as possible. Step 1 of buying a house is to determine your budget. When it comes to determining your budget, there are a few key factors you'll need to consider. First, you'll need to take a close look at your finances to see how much money you have available for a down payment and monthly mortgage payments. As a general rule, your monthly mortgage payment should not exceed 30% of your gross monthly income. You'll also need to consider other expenses associated with homeownership, such as property taxes, home insurance, and maintenance and repair costs. These expenses can vary widely depending on where you live and the condition of the home you buy, so it's important to do your research and budget accordingly. Once you have a good understanding of your finances and expenses, you can use a mortgage calculator to get an idea of how much house you can afford. A mortgage calculator takes into account factors such as your down payment, interest rate, and loan term to estimate your monthly mortgage payment. It's important to remember, just because you can afford a certain amount, doesn't mean you should spend that much. Owning a home comes with a lot of additional expenses, and you don't want to be house poor and unable to enjoy your life outside of your mortgage payment. Consider your overall financial goals and lifestyle when determining your budget for buying a house. Finally, keep in mind that getting pre-approved for a mortgage will give you a more accurate idea of how much you can afford. This involves submitting an application to a lender and providing documentation of your income, assets, and debts. The lender will then review your application and provide you with a pre-approval letter that outlines the amount you're qualified to borrow. This letter can be helpful when you start house hunting because it shows sellers that you're a serious buyer with financing already in place. Step 2 of buying a house is to get pre-approved for a mortgage. Getting pre-approved for a mortgage is an important step in the home buying process because it shows sellers that you're a serious buyer. To get pre-approved, you'll need to submit a mortgage application to a lender and provide documentation of your income, assets, and debts. Here are some tips to help you get started with the pre-approval process. Different lenders may offer different rates and terms, so it's a good idea to shop around and compare options. You can start by researching lenders online or asking for referrals from friends and family. To apply for a mortgage, you'll need to provide documentation such as pay stubs, bank statements, and tax returns. Make sure you have all the necessary paperwork ready before you start the application process. Your credit score plays a big role in whether or not you'll be approved for a mortgage, as well as the interest rate you'll receive. Before you apply for a mortgage, check your credit score and take steps to improve it if necessary. There are many different types of mortgages available, each with its own set of requirements and benefits. Your lender can help you determine which type of mortgage is best for your situation. Once you've been pre-approved for a mortgage, you'll receive a pre-approval letter that outlines the amount you're qualified to borrow. This letter can be helpful when you start house hunting because it shows sellers that you're a serious buyer with financing already in place. Keep in mind that pre-approval is not a guarantee of a mortgage, and you'll still need to complete the full application process once you've found a house you want to buy. Step 3 of buying a house is to find the right real estate agent. Working with a knowledgeable and experienced real estate agent can be a valuable asset when it comes to buying a house. A good real estate agent can help you navigate the home buying process, negotiate with sellers, and provide you with insights and advice along the way. Here are some tips to help you find the right real estate agent. Ask friends, family, and coworkers for recommendations for real estate agents they have worked with and had a good experience. Check out online reviews and ratings of agents in your area. Many websites provide reviews and ratings of real estate agents based on their performance. Don't be afraid to interview multiple agents to find the one that is the best fit for you. You can ask questions about their experience, their process, and their availability. If you're looking for a specific type of property or have unique requirements, consider working with a real estate agent who specializes in that area. Once you've found a real estate agent you're comfortable working with, be sure to communicate your needs and goals clearly. Let them know your budget, your preferred location, and any other requirements you have for your new home. A good real estate agent will listen to your needs and work to find properties that meet your criteria. Step 4 of buying a house is to search for the right property. When searching for the right property, it's important to keep your needs and budget in mind. Here are some tips to help you find the right property. Before you start looking at properties, make a list of your must-haves and nice-to-haves. This might include the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, location, and other important features. Determine your budget for the property by taking into account your down payment, monthly mortgage payments, and other expenses like property taxes and home insurance. Research different neighborhoods to find the one that best fits your lifestyle and needs. Consider factors like proximity to schools, shopping, restaurants, and other amenities. Your real estate agent will provide you with a list of properties that meet your needs and budget. Visit the properties on the list in person to get a better sense of the property and its surroundings. Look for any potential issues like water damage or mold, and ask questions about the property and its history. Take notes and pictures to help you remember the features of each property. Step 5 of buying a house is to make an offer and negotiate with the seller. Once you have found the right property, it's time to make an offer. Here are some tips to help you make an offer and negotiate with the seller. Consider the price of similar properties in the area, the condition of the property, and your budget when determining your offer price. Submit your offer to the seller through your real estate agent. Be sure to include any contingencies, such as a home inspection or appraisal. The seller may counter your offer with a different price or terms. Be prepared to negotiate to find a mutually agreeable price and terms. Once you and the seller have agreed on a price and terms, review the purchase agreement carefully with your real estate agent. Be sure to understand all the terms and conditions of the contract. Before finalizing the purchase, it's important to get a professional home inspection. This can identify any potential issues with the property. Look for a qualified home inspector with experience in the type of property you are buying. Attend the inspection and ask questions. This will help you understand any potential issues with the property and make an informed decision. After the inspection, review the inspection report carefully with your real estate agent. The report will detail any issues found during the inspection. If the home inspection reveals any issues with the property, you can negotiate with the seller to have the necessary repairs made or to adjust the purchase price to cover the cost of the repairs. Finally, be patient and flexible throughout the negotiation process. The seller may have their own priorities and constraints, and it's important to work with them to find a mutually agreeable price and terms. Your real estate agent can provide valuable insights and advice throughout the negotiation process. Step 6 of buying a house is to close the deal. Closing the deal is the final step in the home buying process, and it's when you officially become the owner of the property. Here are some tips to help you close the deal. Before the closing, you will receive a closing disclosure from your lender. Review it carefully to make sure all the terms and fees are accurate. Also, you'll get to review the final settlement document, including the closing costs, fees for the lender, title company, and other third-party services. Before the closing, conduct a final walkthrough of the property to make sure everything is in the same condition as when you agreed to buy it. Follow the closing office instructions on what to do before you show up for the closing. Bring all the necessary documents to the closing, including your government-issued ID and your personal checkbook. Once you've signed all the paperwork and paid the closing costs, you will receive the keys to the property and officially become the owner. Remember that closing the deal can take several hours, so be prepared to set aside enough time. It's also a good idea to review all the paperwork beforehand and ask any questions you may have. Working with a qualified real estate agent and a lender can help ensure a smooth closing process. Finally, to conclude this intricate process of purchasing a house and securing your dream home, buying a house can be a complex process, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. By following the steps I've outlined, you can help ensure a successful home buying experience. With careful planning and attention to detail, you can make the dream of owning a home a reality. Good luck with your home buying journey.
Thanks for tuning in to my real estate YouTube channel. If you found the information in this video helpful and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you click on the bell icon to stay updated on all my latest videos. Your support means everything to me. If you have any comments or suggestions, please share them in the comment section below. I always love hearing from my viewers and look forward to connecting with you.